My coming to New York was very obscure. My recording was sent by Pata Burjulaze, who is a famous singer, opera
So
singer.
you were back in Georgia.
I was back in Georgia. I was 17 and I started piano when I was 11, and I decided I liked piano when I was 15. And at age of 17 I applied to Conservatory of Georgia, but also I applied for business school.
For business school?
Yeah, so I mean, and you know, you kind of pass these SAT exams, which are in Georgian, and they give you rankings, and you have to have choices of what schools are you going to. And first choice was Conservatory of Tbilisi, and the second choice was business school. And I had really high scores, so I got in the Conservatory because that was my first choice. But meanwhile, I was already supposed to start pre-college in Juilliard.
You said that you really started to love piano at 15?
Well, yeah, sort of like that's when I actually went to a special music school for talented kids.
For
that's
talented
how it's
kids,
called.
Yeah. Was there a specific moment where you felt like, okay, that's the moment when I realized that this,
Oh no,
this is what
that moment I
do.
still haven't found.
You said.
But I every day I decide to quit piano.
That's a very familiar
Every time I
feeling.
practice, I decide to quit piano.
I realize that this doesn't work.
When
okay,
I don't
that's
practice,
over.
everything is fine. I don't like competitions.
I don't like them either.
It's always like yeah, I don't know. Plus I don't feel like I'm a competition type of a musician. It's not like some people say, oh, they don't have nerves for it. I don't get scared of stage. I don't get scared of audience. I can play in many different occasions and be completely comfortable because of my background as growing up as a kid actor and dancer and
you
singer.
were an actor, dancer, and singer.
Before I
didn't
started
know that.
playing piano, I was in acting school, and what I learned when I was a kid in acting school is that, you know, some people just assume that, oh, acting is just faking and you're faking a personality. That's true at some point, because when you have to play a dramatic role 7 times a week for a month, you know, non-stop, you cannot always feel depressed at the end of the play where you're supposed to cry because that's what your script says.
Exactly.
Or you're supposed to pretend like you're crying or something, you know, and you learn all these different tools how to pretend you're crying.
It's the tools.
You know? Yeah. But what I use those tools while playing piano is that I don't need to fake it, but I learned how to transform myself into something that I'm trying to bring to life. That composer wrote without me trying to fake it, but actually to managing myself be in that role.
Yeah, so basically you always feel very comfortable on stage because
of course you get a little bit of strange feeling, but I actually enjoy that strange feeling, sort of like a masochist.
Well, it's sort of like a heightened awareness maybe of what's going on, and you can use that energy to make a really good performance. You've performed it so many times that you're looking to bring something fresh to it. What do you do? How do you seek that inner inspiration? For me, it's tough sometimes.
I just stretch the slow part very and I just like hit this for sound. No. I mean, it's the same thing. Like when I was an actor and I had to replay the same role, and people who are coming to the audience, they have not seen the play. So I have to do as well as I did last night, or as well as I will do the next night. You find yourself, sometimes I play Chopin Polonaise, A flat major, already it's been 3 years, and I don't even need to practice it, and except the fourths sometimes.
The beginning.
And sometimes I just play with the fact that, you know what, I can show another inner voice. And that's the one little inner voice can be enough for me to enjoy performance, and the rest can be the same. You were there, I think, before my Carnegie Hall
That's
recital.
right.
Yeah, and it all just had to be organized in a month, and it was crazy.
So
because
in other words,
I was supposed to cancel it, and then sponsors, they said, oh, we're gonna do it, blah 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 blah, and then I ended up, and my friend and everybody together helped me to get the programs printed, and the programs were printed the morning of the recital, and then the person who printed them didn't like the color, so she reprinted them, and it was a crazy day. I didn't sleep much, and I didn't know how to tie a bow tie, so I figured out how to tie a bow tie 5 minutes going on. Everything was crazy, and I just show up on stage, I'm tired, and I was exhausted. I forgot to eat whole day, and I had sandwich right before.
To eat. I was
choking. So everything was just crazy, and then I showed up on stage and I just played. So
it
was not the best performance of my life, but
did you
in
feel
my
that
opinion,
it was any different performing in Carnegie Hall than any other place, or was it just anything else?
No, it was different. Just the thought of performing, but while performing, or me myself, I was the same.
Right.
Yeah, and
when you were preparing for that and practicing for it,
I didn't practice for it.
You didn't practice for it?
I had no time. Juilliard is an environment that sort of helps you figure out what you might want to do, and kind of pushes you towards lots of opportunities in school open up. We have Alfred Brendel coming in, giving masterclass. For singers, we have great singers coming in. Every instrumentalist who is #1 in the world, very often comes and gives master classes. Great conductors who conduct orchestras, and competitions that you might win and then get a chance to perform with Yannick Nézet-Séguin or Alan Gilbert, or and perform in Carnegie Hall, piano concerto. So it's nice. It's sort of like a good beginning, and lots of donors who support Juilliard School.
So it's well connected, and you have the Lincoln Center there, so culturally it's very rich.
So you sort of get the chance to have first very important steps from Juilliard to become somebody important, but that's not necessarily a guarantee that you will actually become a concert pianist or concert violinist.